So I showed you Rob the Robot before. Here is something I'm very proud of, and I'll tell you why I'm very proud of this in a second. But basically, this is all the stuff for Gyromite. It's complete. Show you how this guy kind of hooks up. Not that it really matters. This is a really horrible contraption to actually play because it's just so... It just doesn't work. Nintendo didn't really think this out for actual gameplay, but basically, let's see. Alright. So, these two clips go in here, I believe. Yes, there you go. Is that right? It looks off-centered. Hold on a second. Yeah, I don't know. It's either... It's one of the two sides. This is the gyroscope spinner. So this actually works on its own. I believe it gets 2 D batteries. 1 D battery. Or is that... What is that? Is that a D? Yeah, that's the D. So anyway, and then this has a clip which hooks onto him as well. The battery fell out there. So that's like your basic setup. I think I got that right. I'm not sure. I would actually have to get the game going and read through the stuff. But these are the gyroscopes, and basically they sit here like so. Maybe I'll do a video sometime on this just to show how this works. It's actually really cool technology. It's similar to how the light gun works. There's like a flash on the screen, and depending on what button you pushed, you get a different flash which tells Rob to do something different. And then senses the flash in his eyes there. He'll move his arms, go down, pick one of these up, move it over here. Like I said, I'm not sure I have this set up right, but it's the right idea. He puts a gyroscope on here. The spinner is on, which is powered by the D battery. This spins extremely fast when it's in there. And then you press another button, the screen flashes, Rob will come around, pick that up, move it back over here, and he will drop it on either the blue or the red, which would be hooked up to there'd be an NES controller in this tray. And then when he drops the gyroscope on either side, it'll push either the A or B buttons, and it'll open a gate in the game and the character can walk through. Which, like I say, it doesn't really work very well when you're playing, but cool technology. The reason why I'm very proud of this copy of Gyromite isn't because of its rarity. Gyromite is a very common game for the NES, but this particular game that I got and box is absolutely flawless. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this box. There are no scrapes, no scratches, no wears, nothing. Like this is absolutely in pristine condition, like the day you open this. I mean, and I could kick myself because back in the day, man, all those NES games you got as a kid, you just threw them away. Who wants the stupid box? But gee, if you had them all now, you'd be in the money. But yeah, this is just such a flawless copy of any NES game. I think I actually picked this up on eBay, and the same thing goes for the game. This is the absolute most flawless copy of any NES game I have ever seen in my life, especially the one this old. I mean, this came out, I believe this came out in '85, basically, as long as the NES is old. So it's just cool. It's in such good condition. This is the type of thing that I guess people that do VGA grading, you know, I could probably do that and jack up the price, but it's not really something I want to sell. As I said, I think I've said before, I'm not really in this collecting hobby to make money, only in dire circumstances. But this is cool because it also came with you know, the instructions and all these little disclaimers, these inserts that were still with the game. Join the Nintendo Club newsletter. You know. This is actually pretty cool. I like this. I actually might like put this up. This is also in really good condition. Their seal of quality statement. Which now it's kind of interesting because on the old games, the seal of quality was like, this seal is your assurance that Nintendo has approved and guaranteed the quality of this product. Which is ironic because a lot of games for the NES were absolutely horrible pieces of trash. But it's cool that it was like, okay, we assure you. It was like, we're saying this game is good. Maybe that's why they changed the seal of quality now. Because there were so many bad games on the NES. So now, I don't even see the seal. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So it went from, this is your assurance that this is a quality product, to official Nintendo seal. So now they're just saying, this is an official Nintendo product. We're not saying it's good anymore. But anyway, I actually think that any game made by Nintendo is amazing. It was the third-party ones that was an issue. Anyway, this is the Rob the Robot poster, and this is something I gotta put up. But I'm not into ruining my posters unless I don't care about them. So this is something I'm gonna have to frame. I usually just buy those little cheap thin frames from, you know, Walmart or Target, but they do the job. They protect your stuff. So that's the point here. But this is also a poster that is in absolutely pristine condition. The Nintendo game plan, and it's got a bunch of screenshots of different games. So yeah, a little better view of it than the Nintendo game plan. And it's really cool. It's got Rob the Robot look right there, looking all sci-fi, futuristic, and then it's got a bunch of games on it, which is cool. That's the one I just showed you. Gyromite, Stack Up, which these are the only two games that were made for Rob the Robot. They're both horrible. Stack Up goes for a pretty penny. Otherwise, I might have that, especially if it's complete. And that's part of the reason, because it's rare to find a complete set with all the parts. But anyway, Duck Hunt, great game. Hogan's Alley, great game. Wild Gunman is featured in Back to the Future 2. Excitebike, Wrecking Crew, Mach Rider, Golf, Baseball, Tennis. These are a lot of the Black Label games. Soccer, I actually picked up a lot of these. 10-Yard Fight, Kung Fu, Ice Climber, Pinball, Clue Clue Land, which is really frustrating. Clue Clue Land. I'm not big on that game, but hey. Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers Arcade, even though it doesn't say that. Donkey Kong 3, Donkey Kong Jr., the original Donkey Kong. You can actually get these two games on one disc on Donkey Kong Classics. They do have them separately, but Urban Champion, Balloon Fight. We got there Popeye. That's a great game. Gumshoe. That game, Gumshoe's horrible. Do not play Gumshoe. It is one of the worst light gun games I've ever played. Stay away from it. And To the Earth is really horrible too, because of how demanding it is with how fast you have to be. And Donkey Kong Jr. Math, which is a horrible piece of crap. Don't buy it. But anyway, this poster's awesome, and I'm going to put that up. I don't really have a lot of space for it, but yeah, it's like basically the same as the big one here. Maybe I'll actually put this one up instead, because I actually would have space for that one. So yeah, very cool. So that's just a little bit more of my collection there.